Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now today, President William Samoei Ruto met with the NIS boss Noordin Haji and the Ethiopian NIS Director General, Ambassador Noordin Hussein, for talks on combating terror and organized crime. Of course, they met at State House, Nairobi, and this is what the President shared on his social media. Security challenges such as terrorism and organized crime requires collaboration efforts among countries in the Horn of Africa. Kenya undertakes to work with the partners and the countries in the globe to bring stability. Discussed regional security with the Ethiopian Director General of the National Intelligence Security Services, Ambassador Noordin Hussein, State House, Nairobi. Remember, he did not mention Noordin Haji, but you look at the photo there are three people. Ruto at the center, Noordin Haji, a man whom Kenyans have really complained about when it comes to abduction, then the Ethiopian guy. Now, this meeting is coming at a time when the discussion about abduction in this country is going on. Abduction is rampant. So many complaints. The blame on the government. Then such a meeting. And so, the worst thing here for Kenyans is that in as much we are talking about solving the question about abduction, Ethiopia is leading in abduction cases. And now, here is their NIS boss meeting with the Kenyan NIS in the presence of the president. What does that mean? When we have so many questions about forceful disappearance, torture, kidnapping, abduction, just because Gen Zs are questioning the government and the people just share the cartoons and AI images, then terror. Those are the questions that Kenyans are asking at this critical moment as Ruto was meeting with these two individuals.
Unfortunately, as we discussed this and they tried to turn this into a political contestation, Denzel Omondi, graduate quantity surveyor, was dumped in a quarry, found floating. He's now 6 feet under in Kanyabiang, in Omabe. There are 60 other people who were killed. Denzel was abducted. Denzel's father didn't have the privilege of access to a president to make the case for his son. Denzel was killed. Up to date, there is no answer as to what transpired from the point of abduction of Denzel to the point of his murder. Joshua Okayo, president of Kenya School of Law Students, was abducted. He was dumped in River Maragua. He was lucky that a stone prevented him from being swept by the river. His feet was caught somewhere on a stone. That is what saved him. He was thrown on the river unconscious. He could have died. If the river water swept him, Joshua Okayo would be no more. So these are facts that happen in the country. Kibet Bull was abducted just for drawing cartoons. His brother, who had done nothing anyway, was abducted. Bernard Kivuli, Bob Njage, and the Kitengela brothers were abducted and held for 32 days. I mean, you can go, the list goes on and on. Even as I'm speaking right now, there are over 30 Kenyans who've been abducted and disappeared, being held in unknown locations. So who is doing this? So we should not try to belittle the experience of these Kenyans by saying this is politics. What is political about the horrendous experience these young people have gone through? Because it is something that you will not wish on anyone, to be taken through such horrendous experience just for holding a contrary view.
Now, after Ruto sharing this photo, Kenyans gave their views on the same. and they were commenting on William Ruto's platform. It was his Facebook page. The comments are there. And that is what made me to bring this discussion on this Punchline. Because it can't be that you are the president, then you shared such an image or photo, then the discussion is really against the president. And I want us to look into that, but just a quick request for those who are watching this channel and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion. Now, look at this. If the Ethiopia NIS Director General is here in this country, when we know very well the reputation in their own country, abduction in Ethiopia is too much. Ethiopia is leading an abduction tukiongea mambo ya security. Ruto is trying to bring a discussion about security, combating terrorism and all that. But you look at these guys, then the situation we are facing in this country, people are asking, did this guy come to share north with the Noordin Haji how to abduct Kenyans? Or what were they sharing? Because they have bad reputation, nothing to emulate from them, and he's here in the country. The president has so many questions to answer about abduction, then he's posing for a photo with this guy at State House with a man whom Kenyans have questioned about this issue of abduction. So to that, it is a protest on social media. So without wasting time, let me read some of the comments from Kenyans. This is what has been shared on RUTO'S Facebook page. Governor Felix, the word security should never come out of your mouth. With you as the president, we are living with a lot of insecurity. Samuel Kamau, sikudhani utaremewa hivi na venye ulikuwa na mdomo tamu. Sasa kazi ni kukula tautau. Bonnie Blessed, chief abductors in one photo. That Ruto, Noordin Haji, and the guy from Ethiopia, they are chief abductors in one photo. Kim Joseph Kinyanjui, so now you taking photo with abductors. The abductors team in one picture. These are comments from Kenyans. Huyo ni Kiplagat Eric, me anasema abductors team in one photo. Nyakoe, borrowing not on abduction. I know Ethiopia does that better. Mary, tell him everything including abduction. Achoni, these are chief abductors in Kenya. Masira, abduction is also a security challenge, Mr. President. Benjamin, from Sugoi you came, and Sugoi you will return. It's only a matter of time. The journey is unstoppable. Kimani Juguna, on the right side of this picture, I can see the worst ever public prosecutor and the worst NIS director this country has ever had. Frank, so you have Noordin Haji, who remains a question tag among many Kenyans on abduction issues. Leadership is temporary. 2027 Jipange kuiba, but Sugoi will be your termination point. Mpole, one-term president, whether you like it or not, the journey to Sugoi is unstoppable force. Frank Commander, hope you made him aware of the abduction. Irungu wa Murang'a. Director General of Abductions, Princess Caleb Onkoba. Besigye was arrested in Kenya by Uganda police. I wonder if we have police from other countries all over Kenya. Is our sovereignty under siege? Commander-in-Chief. Good question. Why was Besigye arrested in this country? In fact, he was abducted. Kwanza tangu Besigye atoke hii nchi akirudishwa kule kwao, abduction has become rampant. Sijui pia waliboro north from Uganda ama kulienda aje. Saigon, how will I explain to my children that the person in the middle replaced Linda Mama with Linda Ng'ombe? The person in the middle is William Ruto. That's the person is talking about. Another comment, it's very unfortunate that you have decided never talk about abduction in this country. How is security matter of other nations concern you more than in the country you lead? The reputation of our NIS boss is questionable. This character, skill, and respect for the rule of law and the mismanagement of the agencies doesn't match with the office he is holding. Very unfortunate. Those are some of the comments from Kenyans. It tells all what Kenyans think and feel about William Ruto when they see Noordin Haji, and now another person from Ethiopia who, with all allegations, he has blames in leading in abduction.